Hi boys and girls, this is Mr. Ibarra, and for today's lesson you are going to need a pencil, your book, you're going to need your tens and ones chart, your place value chart, and an expo marker. So please press pause on the video, go grab your items and press play when you are ready. Let's review today's learning objective. It is I can add tens and ones with regrouping. Once again, I can add tens and ones with regrouping. Okay, so what we are going to be doing today is regrouping. Now, we've done regrouping before. So, for example, if I have some blocks, let's say I have 12 blocks, right? So I have 12 ones right here. So what we do when we're working with our place value chart is we say that, well, if we have 10 blocks, then we could group together 10. So we could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 10 blocks are a group, and they can move over to the 10 spot, right? So what we would do is we would move these over here into the 10 spot, and instead of 10 ones, now we just have a 10 stick right there. Right, so now we would just say that that's a 10 stick, and now we have 1 10 and 2 ones, so we have 12. And so when we are regrouping, we're taking the tens, we're making groups of 10 and moving them over to the 10 spot and replacing them with a 10 stick. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be doing some regrouping, but we're going to be adding numbers and regrouping. So, for example, if I have something like this where I have two numbers, I have 15 plus 7. Well, what I can do is I know that 15 has 1 10, and it has 5 ones. Okay. Now I know that 7 has 7 ones. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have a lot of ones right here, so I'm going to see if I can make a group of 10. So let's see, can I make a group of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that is a group of 10 right there. Okay, this is my group of 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move those over to the next room, to the 10 spot, and I'm going to replace it with a 10 stick right there. Okay, so now I have the answer. So I have 2 10s and 2 1s. That makes 2 10s. And 2 ones makes 22. So if I have 15 plus 7, I have 22. And I got that by regrouping. Okay, so let's try another one. So let's try another one. How about if we say 16 plus 7 Well, let's see. I'm going to look at this number and put some 10s and 1s in there. So I know 16 has 1 10, and it has 6 1s. Okay, so that's 16. Now 7, that means that's 7 1s. So I'm going to put that right down here. 7 1s. So I have a lot of 1s right there. I think I can make a 10. Right? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if I look at these guys, that is a 10. So now I made that into a group. So let's move those over to the 10s, and we're going to replace it with a 10 stick. And now that I regrouped them, I can take a look to see what number I have. So I know I have 2 10s and 3 1s. That makes 23. So 16 plus 7 equals 23. Okay, so please take out your book, and we are going to go to page number 471. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this problem. So 19 plus 3. Abby sees 19 people flying kites. Later, she sees 3 more people flying kites. How many people are flying kites in all? So they gave us a hint right here. It says 19 plus 3. So 19, that has 1 10, and it has 9 1s. So let me put 9 1s right there. Okay. That's 9 1s. So that's 19. And then plus 3. So let me add 3 more. Okay. So now let me regroup because I have a lot of 1s. I think I can make a group of 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these make up a 10. So what I'm going to do is I regrouped them, so I'm making that a 10, and I'm replacing it with a 10 stick. And now I'm going to see what answer I get. So 2 10s and 2 1s, so let's write that. 2 10s and 2 1s is 22. And you could actually draw that over here. Let me show you how to draw a 10. So a 10 stick, you just draw like this. It's just a line. And another 10 stick is just a line like that. And then the 1s, this is how I like to draw my 1s. I just like to make little dark circles like that. So that's 22, and that looks just like this. So in case you don't have these at home, you could just draw them on your paper, and that's fine too. Okay, so let's go to the next page. See and show. Find 13 plus 8. All right, so step 1, count the 1s. Okay, so I want to put 13 right there. So 13 looks like this. 1 10 and 3 1s. And then plus 8 is going to look like this. 8 1s. So it says count the 1s. Okay, so I need to make a group of 10. So if I have 8 right here and 2 more, that's a group of 10. 8 and 2 more. So that means I have a group of 10 right there. So I regrouped them. I'm going to move them over here. That's 10. And I am putting a 10 stick. Okay, so what is my number now? I have 2 10s, and I have 1 1, so that makes 21. Okay, did you see how we did that? Easy. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And it says, circle the ones to show the regrouping. Write your answer. Okay, so they already have it drawn out for us here. So if it says 15 and 5, so this is a 10 stick, and then that's 15, and they put 5 more. So let's circle those. Let's circle 10. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to circle that, right? And so now I have 2 10s and 0 1s. So that makes 20. Okay. How about this one, 19 and 4? Well, let me show you 19. 19 would look like that. Okay. So that's 10. And then we're going to put 19 or 9 ones. So that's 10 and that's 9 ones. And then we're going to add 4 more ones. Okay. So now let's circle 10, right? We have to circle 10. So let's see. If I have 9 up here, so I'm going to circle 9 up there. And I need to circle 1 more to make 10, because 9 plus 1 is 10. So now that made a 10. So let's regroup that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to circle it over here too. So I circled all the top ones and then one at the bottom. Okay, now we're going to regroup it. And this gets moved over. And so now, what number do I get? I got, that's right, 2 10s and 3 1s makes 23. So this 19 plus 4 is 23. Okay, let's go to the next page. Now, this is the on my own, and it says circle the ones to show regrouping. Write your answer. So what I want you to do is, on your 10s and 1s, draw this out, circle it, and regroup, and then write down your answer. So do that, pause the video, do that, and then come back when you're ready, and double check your answers. Okay, welcome back. So let's do this first one. It says 13. Okay, 13, that's 13 right there. And then plus 8. So let's do 8. All right, so we have 4 right there. And okay, so 13 plus 8. And now what we're going to do is we need to do some regrouping. So let's do some regrouping. And of course we are going to circle 10. So I have, let's see, I'll start from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. All right, so I have a group of 10 right there. So let's regroup that. And let me erase this. Okay, so now what number do I have? I have 2 10s and a 1. So that makes 21. Great. Okay, now let's do this one. How about 18? 18 and 7. All right, so 18. So let's put down 18 blocks. All right, so that's 18, because 5 plus 3, that's 8 1s and 1 10. That makes 18. Now let's put 7 1s, so 7 more blocks. 7 1s. Okay, so that's 7 ones. So now we're going to regroup. So let's find 10 of them. So if we said that up here we had 8, 8, and then 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to circle those. So these, whoops. So these guys right here, that's 10. So let's replace those. We're regrouping. And now let's see how many of these ones do we have. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 tens and 5 ones makes 25. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to circle all these guys. So I'm going to do this. All right? That's 8, 9, 10. I'm going to circle that just like I did before. Okay? And I forgot to circle these guys too. Okay. So now we're going to do 19 plus 7. So 19. Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 19, 1, 10, and 9 ones. And then 7, let's add 7 more. Okay, so let's regroup. So now I have 9 up here. Let's do 9 and 1 more. Okay, so and let's do that right here, 9 and 1 more. So that's a group of 10. So let's move that 10 over. Let's move that 10 over and replace it with a 10 stick. And let's see what we have left. So we have 2 tens and 6 ones. That makes 26. Fantastic. Okay, next one says 16 plus 5. So 16 has 1 10 and it has 6 ones. That's 16. And we're also going to add now 5 more ones. 5 more ones. Okay. And now let's regroup these ones. So if I have 6 up here, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I circled 10. I circled 10. So let's regroup that. Let's make that into a 10 stick. Put the 10 stick right there. And let's see, what do we have left? So we have 2 tens and 1 1. That makes 21. Okay, next one. We have 18 plus 9. So 18 is going to be 1 10 stick. And then 8 ones. Right? Okay, so that's 18, and now we're going to add 9. We're going to add 9 ones. Okay, and let's regroup. So if I have 8, and then I'm going to add 2 more to that 8, that makes it 10, right? And I could circle that here just like that. And so let's regroup this. Okay, so now what do we have? Well, let's see, we have 2 tens, and then we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. So 2 tens, 7 ones makes 27. All right. Next, we have a 12 and 12 plus 8. So we're going to do 12 plus 8. Okay, so now let's group these together. So if I have 8, 9, 10, so that whole thing is going to get grouped into a 10 stick. Now what do I have? I have 2 10s, 0 1s. That makes 20. How about 17 plus 7? So 17 is 1 10 and 7 1s. You put 7 1s. Okay. And now we're going to add 7 more 1s down there because of plus 7. Okay. Now let's group these together. So, oh, whoops, I forgot to scroll. Let's group these together. So now I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll circle those. All right, so let's circle these guys, and that makes a 10. So we're going to replace that with a 10 stick. So what do I have? So now I have 2 10s and 4 1s. Makes 24. Fantastic. Okay, let's move on. About 19 plus 9. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see what that makes. So 19 has 1 10 and it has 9 1s. Okay, it has 9 1s. So that's a lot of 1s. And we're adding 9 more. We're going to add 9 more 1s. Okay, now we added 9 more 1s. So let's circle a 10. Well, I know I have 5 and 5 right there. So I'm going to circle that because that makes a 10 right there. Okay, because we know that's easy, 5 and 5. All right, so 5 and 5, and I'm going to replace that with a 10 stick. So now I have 4 and 4. That makes 8, so that doesn't make a 10. So I have 2 10s, and I have 8 1s. That makes 28. All right, now for this one, it says 16 plus 7, so 1 10 and 6 1s. That's 16. Now we're going to add 7. Okay, so that's 7 right there. And so now let's regroup. So if I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so this right here is 10. Okay, so I'm going to replace that. I'm going to replace that with a 10 stick, and I'm going to see what I have left. I have 2 10s, 3 1s. That makes 23. Okay, let's do the back page. And it says, Miss Brown's class went to the zoo. 16 students saw the lion. 8 others students saw the monkeys. How many students went to the zoo in all? Okay, so we know that 16 students saw the lions. 8 other students saw the monkeys. How many students went to the zoo in all? I'm going to circle that. So we know I have 16 plus 8. Okay, so I know that 16 is 110 and 6 ones. And I know that 8 is 8 ones. Okay, and now I'm going to regroup them. Right, so if I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 right there. So I'm going to replace them with a 10 stick. So what do I have left? I have 2 10s, 4 1s. That makes 24. So we know 24 students went to the zoo. Okay, so let's see this next one. Sean has 14 video games. He is given 9 more video games. How many video games does Sean have in all? So Sean has 14 video games. He is given 9 more video games. So he has 14 plus 9. How many video games does Sean have in all? That's what I'm going to circle. So how many? What does 14 plus 9 equal? Well, let's see. I know that 14 has 1 10 and 4 1s. I know that 9 has 5 10, or has 9 1s. Sorry, 9 1s. Okay. So now let's circle 10. Okay, so I have 4, 5, and that's 9, and 1 more. That makes 10. Okay, so I circle 10s, and then that gets replaced by a 10 stick because we regrouped it. And so now we have 2 10s and 3 1s. So 2 10s and 3 1s makes 23. So Sean has 23 video games. Okay, let's do the last part. And it says, when do you need to regroup? When do you need to regroup? Well, you need to regroup when I add the ones and the sum is 10 or more. So whenever we have more than 10, then 10 ones, 10 or more, we need to regroup, right? So the answer we could put when I add the ones and the sum is 10 or more, right? So it has to be 10 or more when we're doing that. Okay, so great job today. So make sure you take a picture of both these sides and turn them into